Hey guys, so the next video in my Living on Less series is a really requested topic. I'm going to show you what it is that I made with my groceries that I got in my haul from last week, as well as some dry goods that I already had in the house from this week. So I started filming after I got back from the grocery store, and that was on Sunday. So I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner Sunday through Thursday, because today is Friday, and I wanted to kind of get this up so you guys have an idea of what it is that I make, and they're not very glamorous meals. So hopefully this isn't like a total disappointment for you guys. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And we're off. Okay, so Sunday, I started off the day with some Trader Joe's gluten-free oats, made oatmeal out of that with some blueberries and peanut butter and coconut. Added to that, I threw in a couple of raisins there too. It was really filling, kind of, kept me going for a couple of hours, I guess. It was pretty awesome. And then for lunch, I made a salad out of chicken and the vegetables that I just purchased, as well as made some ants on a log, going back to preschool here, with some of the Trader Joe's organic peanut butter and some raisins. So that was awesome. And then to round out that meal, I had a handful of grapes too, which were really nice and lovely. And then for dinner, I made some chili out of some beef that I had left over, as well as some chips that I had just purchased from Trader Joe's that day. And then I also made a almond flour banana bread. So I will link that recipe below. It was awesome. All right, Monday, here we go. So Organic Valley lactose-free yogurt. I had the unflavored one that I bought the other day. And then I added some berries and almonds to that. Now, unfortunately, it didn't last me very long. I was pretty hungry by mid-morning. So then I had one of the Pure Bars that I got from Whole Foods the day before. And then for lunch, I had a leftover Udi's gluten-free pizza crust. So I made a pizza out of chicken and veggies and cheese. And then I also, on the side, had some tomatoes and cucumber. And that was my first plate. I made more than that. It was just whatever. And then I also had a handful of grapes that I just washed off. And those are my towels that I use to dry them. All right, so then for dinner, I made some gluten-free French fries in the oven. I will link that recipe below. And I also had a grass-fed Angus beef burger. That was one of the frozen ones from Trader Joe's, and topped that off with some cheese and some lettuce. And then for dessert that night, I had another piece of the almond flour banana bread. That was completely awesome, and I loved it. Grain-free, paleo, awesome. All right, so then Tuesday, I started off with a green smoothie, tons of greens in there, protein powder, my favorite straw. If you're interested, I'll link that below too. Flaxseed, coconut, yummy, yummy, yummy. So then lunch, I just made a basic meal out of leftovers, leftover chicken, some vegetables, the Annie's sauce there at the top, and some leftover French fries. And then dinner, I actually had a bag of the gluten-free brown rice pasta in the pantry, so I cooked that up and then topped it with some shrimp that I purchased 2 weeks ago that was in the freezer, as well as some greens that were also in the freezer, and just topped it with a little bit of olive oil sauce, so that was amazing. Wednesday was an incredibly busy day, so I started off with this is like an overnight oats. I call a breakfast cookie, and I do have a recipe video of that from 1,500 years ago, so I'm going to put that in the description bar below if you're interested in making that. It's really great for travel and really easy to make, and I made it out of the Trader Joe's gluten-free oats. So then lunch, this was kind of like a mid-morning snack. I had a rehearsal and a concert like in the middle of the day over the lunch hour. So I had really quickly a Pure Bar before I ran out the door, and then a piece of the quiche that I had made. I have a link for that video in the comments below too. That I made a couple weeks ago. It was in the freezer. So just heated that up really quick, did my thing. And then after I got back from my concert and rehearsal, I just had a snack out of the organic yogurt with some berries and Trader Joe's beef jerky stick, which is amazing. If you guys haven't tried it yet, you really got to get over to Trader Joe's. And then dinner, I had that sausage that I couldn't pronounce in my haul video from whenever last week. So it was really good. Sausage, beans, and rice. Just was leftover rice that or not leftover, but rice I had in the pantry, beans I had in the pantry, and then some of the sausage there, some salt. That was about it. And then Thursday, last day, I'm running out of breath here. Fried egg, fried it up in some coconut oil, and I had some grapes and tomatoes on the side. The tomatoes I did heat up on the stove just to get a little bit more lycopene. If you want to know what that is, it's for your eyeballs. you heat up tomatoes, it enhances the lycopene in them. And then for lunch, my husband was really, really hungry. We had just exercised, and it was like, I gotta eat something. So I made some pork fried rice real fast. I had some pork in the freezer. I had some rice already cooked in the freezer, and I had some mixed vegetables in the freezer. So I added that in with some gluten-free soy sauce, and bingo bango, had lunch. And then also with that, we split a banana and had some coconut and peanut butter on the side of that, just to get a little bit of fat in there, because there wasn't a whole lot of fat in the gluten-free rice that I made, so had to get it in somewhere, I guess. And then for dinner that night, I made a big old taco salad out of some leftover beef, and then added some salsa to that, cheese, mixed vegetables that I got from the haul earlier that week, and added a little bit of the Annie's dressing on top of that. And that was dinner last night, and it was awesome. Okay guys, that's it. That is my glamorous eating that I had Sunday through Thursday this week. Hope that answers some of your questions as to what I do with those groceries that I buy. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. I'd love to hear your ideas on future videos, so leave those ideas below as well. Hope you're having a good week, and thanks for watching. Bye!